house, expose my skin, the air, the sun, and cold enough to ride. Swiftly northbound, the heat, the light, middle of the day. No one looks. Too fast, the ashen scales. When there's a truck, battering my flesh, flying through nowhere. I hit the ground, swallow my teeth. My eye is gone, there is just a hole here. I can't breathe and I guess I'll die. I should have found someone to love. Isn't there someone else here with me now?
Oh my God! What is that thing? Is she breathing? She's not breathing. Do you see that?
What do you expect? She was hit by a Mack truck. She's gonna be okay, right?
She had serious cranial fractures, but she made it through the surgery. That's good.
You think she's gonna make it? Look at her.
Yeah, of course. My sister has no filter, but she feels sad.
Look, it's not like she's my family. I'm not gonna react like she's my real sister. He's my brother, she's our stepfather's daughter. She's not our blood sister. We're blood, she's not. I mean, it's not like you're looking at me hooked up to machines. That's not me. I'm your real sister.
She's not this much of a... I mean, she doesn't mean it like that, right? You don't mean...
I don't mean what? That she's not really my sister? She's not. And it's not like anyone's gonna hear us. No one else is coming. She doesn't have any friends.
She has issues with her skin. It's ugly. It's very dry and it turns colors.
It looks like it's rotting off.
She also has a serious contusion, multiple fractures, 3 ribs broken, her left femur, both arms. We had to take her right eye.
Can you put a patch on that?
This skin condition is difficult to treat. Must be a hard life walking around with skin like that. Good for her to be out on her bicycle. Good for you, girl.
Yeah, she didn't get out much.
Just stop acting like we know her. That's not why we're here. We hardly know her. We just happen to be her family. Her mother's in a goddamn asylum. Her father died. He wasn't our father, he was our stepfather.
They were only married for 8 years.
She still lives in his apartment. It's that Art Deco kind of 80s big headboard, circular mirrors. It's gaudy. She got all his money, but she's not even the littlest bit open to redecorating. My husband feels bad for her, so I get guilted into bringing her food on Easter and shit, and she's there by herself just reading, writing on these little notes, and leaving them around everywhere. It's a mess.
Her poems have been published. They don't really do it for me, but they're in books, so...
She just knows publishers because her father was a publisher. What? I'm just saying people feel sorry for her because they don't want to look at her. I'm not being mean, I'm just being honest.
I don't know if this is the right kind of stimulation for Dion. We should let her rest.
How long before she wakes up?
Just a matter of seeing how long it takes.
Is she in a coma? Could we, pull the plug?
This is a coma. I might be dead soon. They're thinking of the money. There's so many things I didn't have time to do. Okay, you're right. Maybe I didn't try to do everything I wanted to do. But you don't have to accuse me. No, your eyes aren't judgmental, they're kind. Some people are angry at nothing, don't you think? Excuse me. You don't have to look at me. I know my face is broken. And my skin's difficult to look at. No, I guess you don't seem to mind. Am I the kind of bull that gets into fights? You seem like a benevolent bull. Will I remember who I am when I'm gone? Who I was? What's happening? What happened? You, I know. I know you. Definitely. Have I known you for long? don't know. I remember my phone number. It's 646-234, no. 646-1234-2424. I'm from New York. I'm a good daughter. I write poetry. My father died. He was old enough. I'm not. Is this like sleeping? Am I awake? Am I even awake? Can I wake up? How old am I? Am I old? Have I finally become old? Who are those people? Are they real? Am I imagining this? Did I die in my sleep? Am I alive? Will I never remember my childhood again?
Were there people talking about me? Can they see me? I can't see them. I feel better. Oh my Lord! One of my favorite pieces. Is that who I think it is? Adam or... Now I know Chopin? Of course I know Chopin. How do I know Chopin? Oh, you play beautifully. You have such a light touch. I've always felt close to you, I think, because my touch is also nice and light like yours. You don't have to look at me.
Well, why would I look at you, honey? You're fine.
I'm not something a genius should commit to memory.
Sexual. You seem well shaped and fortunately able-bodied.
I think I used to have an eye here. Now, all I see are the outlines of images in light. Yellow lines like a stencil. I see something about you. You are an American.
Some things cannot be refuted.
Well, I'd rather not leave if I'm in the company of Chopin. Do you know where we are? Are we in the same place?
Don't you trust your eyes to see us right here before you?
You just bumped your head.
Shh! What's the matter? I think he's right. It is a little sore.
Yeah, if George hears him speak, she'll kick him again.
Oh, are I entitled to my opinion?
No, just listen to me, whatever I say.
You remind me of someone. Maybe it's someone I never knew, or someone I knew a long time ago and wouldn't remember unless it was this. I heard the story of it from someone else. Do you know that story?
I know stories of forgetting dreams of folks who try to work for a living and of corpses piled up on corners. Do you hear about that? You wouldn't be in the papers.
He's a very brave man. My friend here. He'll tell you something you need to know if you're aiming to know something.
I thought you were dead. You, I don't know. You're dead, I'm sure. No one wears their hair like that unless it's a costume. Are you a dream? Wake up! Dion!
Well, I'd like to call you divine soul.
Wake up! We're dreaming, it's just a dream! I'm asleep. I couldn't be unless... Do you know who I am? Who am I anyway? Do you know anything about me?
Oh no,
Shouldn't I be remembering something by now?
you wouldn't.
Honey, no one remembers anything, girlie. You live your life with repetition, one memory at a time. A series of moments, happenstance, and poof. recreated by your imagination after you fall.
Oh no. I'm sure I could remember something. I remembered who Chopin was, didn't I?
I might know you as well. My memory is airy and blocked with black keys.
Yeah, well, some things are popular enough to infiltrate our collective mind.
I remember a room where I spent a lot of time. I remember you and the details of your face, although it could be any nose, any eyes. So familiar, human, safe. I haven't known many people. I believe it to be true. I've known daffodils and daisies, seen a few roaches. There was a mouse that ran through the darkness, like a tiny dart. Another life, besides mine. How could I have been someone who knows Chopin? Did something happen to me? I do remember the crashing sound, the lights. I remember a room where I spent a lot of time. I remember you and the details of your...
Don't you mind it. Don't you mind them. We're gonna kick this coma's butt. We got bleeding, multiple fractures, bruising, discoloration, contusion, confusion, delusions. We got bacitracin, 500 U's, acetaminophen, 650 milligrams, propranolol, 160 milligrams. That's a beta blocker, baby. You got a bad skin problem. Whew. You should fast for 40 days like the Lord, baby. Clear that right up. You can't solve a curse with a chemical rub.
I like you. Can you hear me? Can you tell me what happened to me? Did I hurt myself? Are you saying I was attacked? Was I inside or outside? Do you know Chopin or that other guy who reminds me of my father? I knew my father. I think all these people are dead. Are you dead? Will you turn on the lights? I don't want to go to sleep if I'm awake. Your name is Dion Libretti. Which one is next? Cerulean Tides Publishing. The Crimes of Bartholomew Vanzetti. What's that?
The real trouble of it was, they replaced Nicola's gun with another. They called it a revolver and the bullets were a match. How to prove our innocence with a murder weapon in the hands of the named criminal when our witnesses confirming our alibis were Italians. So easy to turn the words of those who can't speak your language as well as you expect. They deserve no rights, no equal rights. Our people were the scum of Massachusetts, making proclamations in support of the lawman, dark and foreign Italians. We had friends who made the bombs, but we did not rob or murder. We sought a better life. We did not find this life. We found our death.
I know you! I know who you are! Do I know you?
Yeah, a life without memory is no life at all. Luis Buñuel said that.
Are you saying that you think I'm dead? Or would it be better if I were?
Well, you need to set a target
Do
for
you
yourself.
recognize his face or just what he's saying?
Being around this many people usually makes me nervous.
I think I'm nervous too, a little bit as well.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe some music would help if it's yours, Chopin.
Try to test your brain.
Yeah. How about telling us the months of the year in alphabetical order?
Oh, backwards!
Reverse alphabetical order.
This music is so nice.
Well...
Show us what you can do.
Okay, January, April, no, April.
Reverse!
November, September, September, October, November,
That's good.
May, June. Oh, there's so many
Focus!
days. Oh, I forgot March.
I know that.
March, May, June, July.
Begin again.
September, October, November, May, March, June, July, January, February, December. No, oh, don't make me begin again.
You've nearly done it. It's
December, February, August, April.
You're a scholar.
must be. You've a right mind.
I think I like to read.
We all read as well, Vanzetti, in more than one language, and I.
And I.
Well, don't leave me out. I've studied Latin and Greek and Arabic.
No one would like you to forget your love.
You are Vanzetti! The anarchist who was executed. I don't seem to remember us meeting. And I seem to recall that you perished long before I was born. But your memory lives on in books we learned.
If you think one animal in the day is bound to get aggressive.
This is the benevolent bull I saw so before.
Yes, I see the very best one is that.
Everybody stand still. Tense your muscles for 10 seconds. Go! Stress leads to memory loss. We should let our muscles loose now. Dion, you must read my face.
How did you know my name?
What do you see in my face?
Or mine.
You're all obvious.
You're angry. You're afraid. You're sad. And you're disgusted.
It's true.
No, my memory's fine.
Hey, can you remember something loving from your life?
Oh, you're going about this the wrong way. You can't see the entire story through the front windows. From that angle, all that appears is an empty dining room table underneath a chandelier, while the lady of the house hangs a noose in the upstairs bathroom.
Maybe if you try.
Maybe you might allow her to respond
I
before
was
she...
only trying to
Oh,
say
really?
that. I recall the scent of things. My lady smells of juniper berries.
I remember the smell of faces by the riverbank in Puerto Cortes.
In the holding cell. That stench.
I am ashamed. The home we share is seeped in my sickness.
I am offended by olfactory essences. My Putzfrau braiding my hair with her arms up.
La mia nonna. Grounding almonds for to make pignoli.
I think I know.
I never sat at the dinner table. I ate over the sink. My father never ate in front of me. He left notes in the refrigerator.
Your son is a fraud.
I can smell it. Open the refrigerator door, skip the roast pork buns, and head straight for that chocolate pudding. Was I ever happy, even as a child? No one starts out with so much grief. That is, until you learn that life is merely an experiment prior to death. remember my father. I can't even tell if he's dead or I am.
Ah! Pudding! Pudding? Huh? Pudding? Why must you always make a scene? He cannot love you like I love you.
All right.
Now I'm really confused. These two couldn't have possibly known each other.
Yeah, well, the sly one over here came 42 years after the shy one disappeared.
Name all the punctuation marks in the English language.
Nah, that would bore me to death. Besides, we don't want her to recollect things too soon and leave us too soon.
She might choose to stay here with us.
Chopin! You leave us something to be desired. I have a plan. A man, a plan, a canal, a Panama.
Oh, that makes you prime numbers.
Prime numbers 2, 3,
A
5,
palindromic
7,
prime is a
12,
palindromic number that is a prime number.
191,
I love palindromes.
I wonder how many I can remember.
Tat-tat-tat, 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 tat-tat-tat.
Are we not drawn onward with you? Drawn onward to a new era.
Daedalus, 9. Peninsula dead.
Ma has a ham, party booby trap.
Ooh, animals slam in a hoop.
A slot mixes sex. Dulsa.
Eva, I live Emily's sassy line.
Eva, can I stab?
That's in a cave. I remember palindromes, nothing but palindromes.
Got lifted as a devil dog.
We panic in a pew.
You banana boy.
Don't yell one, no way, but damn it, I'm mad. Cigar, toss it in a can. It is so tragic.
Go hang a salami.
I'm a lasagna whore. Everybody, palindromes, nothing but palindromes. I did I prefer pie. Taco cat.
You shouldn't pretend to know her medical history when you don't. You've never even heard of ischemia.
I thought he said asthma, and I think she had that. Has that. When we were kids, remember? In the yard? She couldn't run.
What do you know? You want to be responsible for this?
Why are we here if you don't want to try and help?
You know why we're here.
If that's all you're worried about, then I'll call you when she dies, and then you'll know. You don't have to hover over her body.
Well, I want to leave. We're not helping, and I don't know if I even want to try to help. You should come with me.
Calm down. You don't want to be haunted by this shit. Look at her. You don't have anything to worry about, okay?
I don't care. I'm leaving and I'm not coming back. She doesn't know the difference whether we're here or not, and that doctor made me look like a fool.
You didn't have to imply that she was a crackhead.
All I said was that I don't know if she uses recreational drugs, but I would if I were her.
You think saying something like that is going to help?
What do you care what some doctor thinks? We're in the West Village. They see all kinds of crap come in here. You think he's cute. That's it. I hate this neighborhood. This hospital is too close to Christopher Street.
Can you quiet yourself? I'm trying not to look like a vulture.
Your doctor boyfriend doesn't know about her money or that Walter didn't leave us anything. So this is long overdue. Things work themselves out.
He set up Mom, not us. I'm gay and you're a greedy bitch.
That's really nice. Why don't you say that a little louder? She already hates me. Can't you leave the room when we fight?
Dion is my patient. We're keeping a close eye on any development right now. Besides, she might be okay. When Dr. Ahmed pushed back her nail bed, she grunted a little.
Well, that sounds like a savvy medical estimation of this situation. I suddenly have hope.
You should have hope. Her brain was responding to the pain. That's good. She might not be brain dead.
I didn't hear a grunt.
There may have been a low rumble.
I think she could feel the nail bed moving back. It hurt. I think she tried to say ouch.
I don't think you're qualified to be diagnosing her. Are you an RN?
I'm an LPN.
Wasn't she supposed to open her eyes when he sprayed the water in her ears?
You'll have to ask the doctor.
How long do you leave people with the tubes in their mouth? Doesn't it start to dry out their throat?
Depends if they show signs of recovery.
Well, if you keep hearing grunts that didn't happen, we could be here forever. I'm going. I have an appointment.
With who?
My decorator.
Uh-huh. You just redid your apartment.
Well, I'm not meeting her at my apartment, stupid.
Oh, man. When you got ghosts rattling around in your room all night, don't blame me.
Like I ever blame you.
In thermal equilibrium, a compact mass deforms space-time. Here is created a black hole, an idealized physical body that absorbs all incident electromagnetic radiation. An event horizon, which marks the point of no return. This environment is usually part of the universe that surrounds the human being, emerging to change the status quo. Concretized objects change too, creating both a new state and the memory of the previous one. In opposition to this, there is a tendency of the real world to entropy, play invincible. Memory assimilation, hippocampal dysfunction, deficits pronounced and other weaknesses, impaired attention, executive failings.
You gotta make a little noise now. Don't make a liar out of me. I'm here rooting for you. So you got bad skin. You got more money than you know what to do with, I heard. You get yourself a good skin doctor, baby. You're a pretty girl. You deserve to be held and kissed. You just gotta fight a little now, baby. Come on back to me, Dion. Come on back to me, girl.
Wake up! My body hurts. The pain is worse.
Here is the river, here in my mind. All in my mind is this river. How it moves, can feel it going, overflowing. Smell the honeysuckles and magnolias. The air so humid my hair sticks to my nose. My feet in the mud, in the mud. Could I swim across? That current might take me away further than this. To get there I'd have to go and follow the water.
Tranquility is the enemy of pain.
Do you speak of drowning?
I feel trapped inside my own body. No one is telling me why I'm here, or who you are, or what you want from me.
Your chances of survival are rated 1%.
You can't tell her to give up on her life.
Am I really fighting to live?
Where might you find hope? Your life seems so dismal.
You would find me boring. You're Georges Sand, you're so mean.
And flirtatious.
I'm giving you your shots now, baby. Then I'm gonna take that blood pressure. You feel the needle? You gonna move for me? Make a little sound.
I do feel that.
She can't hear that.
You are rather quiet.
I think she's holding my hand. It feels so good. My brother's name is Adam. I don't think I have a brother. At least not a real one who would hold my hand. God is so heavy.
Might you like to sit down? I can give you a lesson on the piano.
Oh, but today I'm tired.
Time is an illusion. All of your feelings and experiences, even those of suffering, are part of a greater connection.
Yeah, the cyclical unity of nature.
For every true statement, there is also an opposite one that is also true. The confines of time lead people to believe what is simple over what is true.
Time, said Jorge Luis Borges, is the substance I am made of. Time is the river that carries me away, but I am the river.
You are all confusing me. I recognize you, but I don't know you really. You're more familiar than the rest, but why aren't you helping me? Wake up!
Honey, if you choose to live your mind, you'll be living beyond your body, beyond insanity.
Outside of your brain, it's more sane.
Beyond your brain, you cannot comprehend the insane.
It's a wiry mess.
And if you strike, you disconnect your roots.
If you strike, you dismiss your inner wilderness.
And rise out of your brain.
To a giant size.
Stepping into flowing hot water.
To float.
You destroy yourself to prove you can be destroyed.
Tear your roots from this earth, and we will disappear with your mind.
We are not the insanity. We are the brain.
We are the roots you bury beneath you.
How is it that you remember us so much more clearly than that which you recall as your daily schedule, or your fruit basket, or your teacup, or the ice tray you refill, or the bird that arrives on the water tower on the Ides of March?
The trouble of getting close to people. This one isn't finished.
That one's mine. Why must I feel the need to explain everything?
His passion was unparalleled. It was anything but trendy. Paid attention to the delicacy of the classics. Loving Bach, the self-control of perfection. He was lucid even at his most ill. Of course I had to have him. From me you might learn how to snag one. He felt he had to protect his beautiful hands, like your onion skin flaking layers. He could not be touched. He told me over and again, my body is a disappointment to me. He coughed basins of blood. I was his angel. He was too perfect. I wasn't the mother to my daughter. He was my child. My only sin was to love him too much. When Solange was a wretch, and the servants locked her away, he blamed me for choosing him. I wasn't the fierce lioness he revered, in velvet breeches, carrying a man's name. He was petulant, an irritable child, a sulk. How was I to stop Solange from being beaten with broomsticks in the pantry? It was the time of excess. Some things cannot be rewritten. I nursed him, cherished his fine talent, and was myself destroyed. You will blame me, even you. I will not bother any longer.
My mother, my mother, my mother, ah, my mother! I see why you're here, you horrible woman! Woman! Woman who tries to be a man to seduce
prisoners go in.
No, Mama. No, Mama, leave me alone.
Your mother's illness was not your fault, Dion.
Wait, don't go! An artist is someone who finishes things. May I kill myself?
How shall we judge the poet on execution day?
You are so insensitive to my needs.
You don't want to distress those you leave behind.
I would free you, could I go back?
Put him in the chair. It's time.
I would like to forgive some people for what they are now doing to me.
Wait. I don't understand. Why would you kill him?
It's his worst memory.
It's the one that sticks.
Well, let him down from there!
In general, the more emotionally charged an event or experience is, the better it is remembered. This phenomenon is known as the memory enhancement effect.
Memory does not exist until it is revealed through behavior or thought.
And you have taught me to despise you.
You're such a slender instrument. You can make beautiful music.
Wake up!
Try to guess the numbers we are thinking.
There's a 1 in 4 chance she'll get it right.
1, 9, 3, 6.
I was in Barcelona during the War of 1936 and traveled through Catalonia, Aragon, Andalusia, and parts of the Levante. Factories were being run through worker communities. Agrarian areas became collectivized and run as libertarian communes. Around 8 million people participated in the Spanish Revolution. We came closer to realizing the ideal of a free, stateless society than any other revolution in history. My name became Rosario Negrete. I worked for the Catalan government as a translator and journalist. I sent reports back to American organizations explaining the political situation abroad. In Valencia, they condemned me to prison for 115 years. For what? Can I trust Trotsky? Too American? Who knows? There was nowhere to run. I ate bananas in Mexico until my stomach ached. The pain was a constant worry. I had become a watchdog against enemies of the people. There were many who wanted me dead.
Propaganda of the elite.
Why is this in my head? I'm not an activist or an anarchist.
Because you are too afraid to forge into the fire.
If there's anarchy, everyone would arrest each other at gunpoint.
No one could arrest me.
Well, you are stronger than some.
Line them up behind me. I will protect them all.
Gentility and fear do not go hand in hand, my dear.
I ride for Vanzetti.
12 hours one day, 14 the next, with 5 hours off every Sunday, a salary of $5 to $6 a week. After 8 horrible months I quit. My character cannot tolerate injustice, fear of lung disease, from which I had suffered in my youth. My people, my paisani, could not adhere to the discipline of the industrial order, endured ethnic prejudice and abuse, called a dago to be worked to death, lived in a shanty like a beast. never lost the joy of that vagabond freedom, working and living in the open. I learned what could not be learned in school. In Worcester I found my anarchist comrades. They shared strong emotion and unalterable love.
Where's her bodyguard?
I guess everybody needs to go poo once in a while.
Oh, she's disgusting, and her hair is greasy. And what, they don't have a stand-in bodyguard? What if some angry relative pulls her tubes out?
Tam.
What is up with you today? I told you I didn't want to come back here. I thought she was ready to go.
They're doing an EEG today, but her eyes, the reflexive eye movements are confusing the doctor, I think. He didn't seem happy with it when he was testing them.
Have you been here all day?
That was yesterday.
You've been coming every day.
She called me, the nurse, yesterday morning after the doctor was in, and said it didn't look good. So I called Alan.
The lawyer.
He had a copy of her will.
She has a will. Well, who would have thought she'd know anything about wills?
Tamara. Everybody knows about wills.
Well, are we in it?
Please just let me tell you.
What are you talking about? Say we're in it, or we're not in it. Either way, I want to kill her right now.
Stop being so loud.
She can't hear me. She's in a vegetative state.
Hi.
Oh, hi! Perfect timing.
I thought you weren't coming back.
Just give us a second, okay?
Pretend I'm not here.
Tamara, remember when we were little and we would go stay at Walter's and Dion wouldn't talk to us?
Yeah, she was a little freak.
When everyone had gone to bed, me and her would sneak out and meet in the kitchen.
Oh my god. What? Did you hook up with her or something?
Cam, we were like 9.
Whatever. It happens. What did the freaking will say?
Alan said we wouldn't have gotten the money if Dion didn't have a will.
That doesn't make sense. You are driving me crazy. If we're not in it, then just tell me that.
You're not in it.
And you are? Because of your secret kitchen times or whatever?
I touched her skin, and I think she was grateful for that or something. Maybe I was the only one who did.
You probably were the only man who ever touched her in her life. And she knows you're gay.
Well, love doesn't have to be about sex, Tam.
So she left it all to you? Fine. You're going to give me the apartment, right?
I think he's saying it's his apartment.
Get the fuck out of here, you disgusting fat woman.
If you're going to curse at me, you'll have to leave. I'm calling security.
I already started redoing the apartment.
I'm not giving up on her.
You are smug and gross. And if you don't share that money with me, I'm never talking to you again.
It's her. She's out of control.
Leave me alone. I can leave by myself.
I'll call you later and let you know what happens. I'm sorry. I know she seems like a crazy person.
You gonna take care of Dion if she wakes up?
Before this, I wouldn't have thought so.
Wake up!
Her blood pressure response and heart rate are rising, making her sweat, tensing her body muscles.
Honey, you are your only creation. You are the divine soul.
Whatever we remember in whatever way we remember, the past is different every time.
That we do so say something important about the past and about the memory about the past.
What has become past in relation to the present is in no way comparable to the natural quintessence.
If a memory is important, then remembering it changes its importance to the past.
The past is different every time.
You were only 27, so you never met me. But your father spoke of our friendship often.
mankind commend, Lord, wind grateful. Thank you, behold, gone past. Berry, bear, tail, bless. Spoiled, vein, breath, ash, rain, arms. Heart ascending, walk, don't look away, rest. Moan, stepping, alone, illume, wash. Blood, bone, free from the tyranny. Only stories in my head. Live life outside my mind.
Ha 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 ha!